An explosion of anger on the streets of Beirut after this deadly explosion. Fires breaking out amid the fields of debris in Lebanon's capital as protesters turned out to vent their anger over a disaster they blame on their own government. We are not going to forgive them, says this woman. In this deeply wounded city, the blast is seen as symptomatic of years of corruption and neglect by the ruling class of politicians. Like so many here, Ramzi Tabiat has no faith in his government.
After I moved to Lebanon and I understood the country dynamics, I understood that I was countryless and on my own, and there was no government taking care of its people. And now, on top of that, I feel homeless, yes.
To assist with the war-like destruction, the Trudeau government has launched a Lebanon relief fund.
Every dollar donated by individual Canadians between August 4th and 24th will be matched by the Government of Canada, doubling the impact of each donation up to a maximum of $2 million.
Canada and other countries have made it clear they will direct all of its aid to humanitarian organizations.
What we are focused on right now is responding to the emergency at hand, working through trusted NGO and international partners that are operating on the ground to make sure that we're getting the assistance to the Lebanese people most in need.
At least 150 people were killed, even more injured, and some 300,000 left homeless when thousands of tons of explosive chemicals ripped apart Beirut. But even before this week's explosion, people were struggling to survive due to an economic crisis that was exploding.
This horrific incident could not have occurred at a worse time and has hit communities who are already suffering from the impact of COVID-19 and the economic deterioration in Lebanon. Over 100,000 children are now homeless and in need of immediate care.
Protesters stormed government ministries and burned a portrait of the president as a symbolic warning to Lebanese leaders. Lebanon's prime minister is now calling for early elections as a way to defuse the country's escalating political crisis. And one more note about Canada, its embassy in Beirut will reopen on Monday. For City News, I'm Caryn Ceolin.